Hi everyone. So this is day 2 of reviving my friend's game Star Incremental. I have a bunch of things planned for today which I will show as I'm making them. Today we will also see the first analytics of the game because yesterday I started sponsoring, so before that I didn't have any metrics on how the game was doing. So it will be good to finally be able to see if this game has any potential and stuff. I forgot to tell you guys that the map has been remade actually. You can see it looks a lot cleaner than before. My builder, he changed this overnight while I was sleeping. I also added this object at the bottom of my character, so that's just the collection range. Right now I don't think there's any collection range upgrades in the game, but I could add them now. So I've added a bunch of things to the game. For example, you can now see the amount of stars that every player has. I'm pretty sure there's like a lot of boards and stuff that are hidden now. I don't think this arrow existed before. So there's just an arrow pointing to the closest star on the first quest. There's also an arrow to this. But yeah, generally I just worked on making the tutorial a bit easier to understand and just make sure that people didn't get stuck there. I wanted to show the analytics of this game as well. So obviously no one played this game before. Well, I mean, there's like one person sometimes that plays this, but I started sponsoring. You can see this is the first day. We didn't spend that much credits and our click-through rate isn't that high on the ad, so we don't get that much players from the ad, but it will still be enough to get ourselves in the algorithm, which is the ultimate goal of buying ads for us. This is the daily active users chart. Yesterday we had 477 daily active users, and they played an average of 8.1 minutes. Now this doesn't look good, right? Because this is the 50th percentile, so we're in the bottom 50%. But you need to keep in mind that we are advertising this game, so that means that we're not really getting people who like these type of games. We're just getting a general Roblox audience. So, uh, well, 782 people, they collect stars. There should probably be another stage between this. Now I'm thinking about it. Okay, I'll figure that out later. Anyways, you can see that 23% of people failed to buy the Star Boost upgrade, which you can afford when this tutorial stage comes up. So it's just 1/4 of the players don't even know how to click the button. Then another 1/4 of that percentage basically don't know how to click the daily reward button. So we already lose 50% of the players just by those two actions, which I've just shown you with the arrows and stuff. It's not complicated. So I think when we get in the algorithm, we're not gonna get a churn that's this harsh, basically. Like people will still quit because they don't like the game, but at least people will understand the game. And there's a lot of drops here. I don't really know why this has such a big drop. To get 25 Reaver points. So yeah, I'm going to have to fix all these individual drops, but it doesn't really matter that much since no one really got there, so the data is just unreliable. Going from 23 to 19%, 19 people. This is just not accurate. This is just not accurate data, right? Like these you can actually do something with, but it's still a bit useless. But yeah, I'm going to primarily focus, I think, on everything before Rebirth, try to get these numbers as high as possible. Then, when the game is growing a bit, I'm going to focus on Rebirth, clicks, and all these things of the prestige or something. And then late game, I'll basically fix later. But you can see when people get through the early parts of the game, they basically display like a lot more. Like you can see uh, there's a lot of stats with 0% churn here. Now, obviously, that makes sense with this little amount of players, but even if the game is an algorithm, I don't expect very big churn on these steps. But yeah, I think that's going to be everything that I'm doing for today. So not that many changes. I'm just working on optimizing these numbers, and I hope that in a few days they're going to be better. Earlier I talked about the new thumbnail, so this is the new thumbnail, by the way. This was the old one. It looks pretty similar, but I think this one is just a lot more appealing to the eye. If you want to play this game, I'll link it in the comments. Anyways, I'll see you guys tomorrow.